Welcome, class. We have a big show today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to class. Going to go over a lot today. I'm just going to show you the lineup. I'm going to go over what I've been talking about at the zoo. If you watch my recent videos on the matrix, I'm going to go over our DNA and how it's supposed to correct, copy, and begin anew. 3 out of 4 self-correcting. Okay, and how we're trying to be perfect in the society right now. How it doesn't work out in the matrix. 4 out of 4, perfect. Never works out because you never leave room to correct, and it eats up too much time. All right, here we go. So here's a lineup. Here's my study. Here's what I've been studying. I'm gonna grab some water. Okay, grab some water and we'll get the show going. I'm gonna make a coffee. Okay. Let's go over what we learned, what I learned. Hopefully you learned something new and you can correct me in my theories. That's how it's supposed to work. Okay, the planet, the plane that we're all on, okay, the plane of existence, think of it that way. I figured that the compass doesn't work out for an actual full sphere. It can work out for a globe, like we're inside of a globe, kind of like the firmament. Okay, so that's a compass could work for that. That's one thing we're doing. Okay, 3 out of 4 self-correcting, copying to get a new. Think of your DNA as how it's supposed to be. 3 out of 4 self-correcting, finds the errors, corrects them, makes new copies, okay, and it leaves room to regenerate other energy. Okay, so the energy your body took to correct and go through that cycle or that reaction, okay, all that means is there's room left for the energy to regenerate naturally. So I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, so 3 out of 4. Let's say we take this cell, 1, okay, there's 2, and 3. Okay, so there's 3. So just picture this, okay, we can keep flipping, right? I don't know if you can see this. Okay, we can keep flipping out of that. And there's always room for the energy to regenerate in that area. Okay, so watch what happens when we become 4 out of 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we take up a whole square of the pie. Okay, not just a slice. Okay, so if you live with 3 out of 4 self-correcting DNA instead of 4 out of 4 self-correcting DNA, time should stay the same essentially, okay? So my theory is time has actually sped up due to look how much energy this would eat out of a plane, okay, or the matrix, okay? This 4 out of 4 is going to eat up energy twice as fast. I mean, I could keep flipping here in the same spot. 3 out of 4, I could literally keep flipping. If I did it correctly, and I would only take up this little square. With this model, how society is right now, you literally are constantly eating up squares too quick for them to replenish. Okay, you're eating up whole squares of the matrix instead of just triangles or pies, if that makes sense. And now some of you could say, well, won't these regenerate? Well, yeah, but not as fast because you took up more energy. So it's going to take more energy to replenish, is what I'm saying. So that's how, and then, I think we're beyond, I think we're in society right now, I think we're way beyond this. We're eating up everything in between. And these are just my thoughts and theories. So that's the matrix, really, if you break it down in its simplest terms, okay, my theory is the matrix is, we're trying to be perfect. We're not correcting as a society. We're eating up so much time. My grandpa said this to me when I was about 8 years old on the way home from Lake Geneva Bible Camp. Okay, he said everything got so damn fast. And he was right. And I think somebody else said that to me, and they were older, right? Because the older you get, you realize how fast things get, just with the speed and the pace of society, okay? So we need to slow things down. That's my belief. We really need to slow things down a lot. For example, like we forget about 75% of the world's population. Now this is from Reuters News, okay? Living on less than $2 a day. Over half of the world's population lives on $2 or less a day. In South Asia, where these workers are making bricks and where new millionaires prospered from economic globalization from companies like Thomson Reuters, my former employer, and about 3/4 of the population lives on that amount per day. Now this was in 2006. Okay, fast forward almost 20 years later, it's even worse. Okay, now if you watch my videos on religion, okay, I'm picking on all the religions. This should never happen if any of your religions were true. I mean, really, any of them. Because we would at least people would be fed, right? And they would never have to worry about food, shelter, or water, because that's what isn't that what all the religions practice, right? Taking care of people and loving, and so we have to research what's going on with the religions. That's what I've been doing. Well, I come to find out they're a Ponzi scheme. They literally steal all of our money. When you break it all down, the facts of the matter, okay, all religions are stealing our money. And they're literally enriching themselves. The people at the top of these, okay? I mean, just look at pastors. I'm going to pick on Christians because I was one. No longer. I don't want to be part of it. It's a jihadist cult, okay? The word jihad means if blood is shed for a holy war. Every war in history has been a holy war. World War II, holy war. It's for that spear. Okay? So every war in history has been a holy war. So every religion is jihad. By the definition. Okay? So it's a jihad, and then it's a cult. If you go by the definition of a cult, that's what it's culture. Culture. They want you, the reason why they created that word is to put you in the culture. Okay, and they can direct you in a lot of places, a lot of different cults. Okay, I don't want cults in society. I don't want people directing us into different buckets. I think we should generate new ideas from inside, okay, inside our minds. Each one of us, from all religions, like we have to put that stuff away. We do. Like you have to really look in the mirror, every religion around the world, and look what it does to children. I mean, it says right here, we're starving children due to these religions. And it's not just religions, it's corporations, okay? I mean, just look at the top 500 corporations. Look at the top 500 banks in the world. If they really cared about people, they could forgive all the debt. I mean, it means nothing. It's just an account book for them. Like, do you think they care about money? No, they want the power and the control over you. So any one of these organizations could just forgive the debt and the world would go back to normal. Okay? So that's what I want people to understand. There's a different way that we can do things as a society as a whole, around the world, where we all truly prosper, where we all become smarter, where we all learn new things, we generate new ideas, generate new technology. I mean, there's technology that exists inside your brain and your body that they don't want you to know about. For example, the anti-gravity vehicles that you see flying around, those are operated solely, I mean, we can't get there as a society, we can't even operate those as a society right now because our minds are so brainwashed. Because they connect to your DNA. Literally, that's how those anti-gravity vehicles work. I mean, your DNA is like a sophisticated code. And I mean, it's able to do a lot of different stuff. So that's like, we need to like put this stuff's been around for thousands and thousands of years. And they keep recycling it, okay? And they're the only ones allowed to add to the Bible, just so you know this. It's the Flavian dynasty who wrote it. It's the Julius Caesars, the Tiberius Caesars, Tiberius Augustus, okay? It's this rich family, Cicero, all these Roman orators and poets. And a lot of them were satire. Like they laugh at us. They were satirical writers. It's a book of satire. Really. I mean, and the word Bible means double the money. So that you get them to believe in that. Double the money. Okay? And I'm not, like, there's a lot of good stuff in it too. Like, I was a Christian, I believed in it. But there's a lot of bad stuff, and it makes you look away. Like, you're blinded by the light, as they say. Like the Masons and the Stones, the He-Man Woman Hater Club, they brag about it. You're blinded by the light. I mean, that's what you're blinded by. Is because you think everything is okay in this world as long as I believe. No. Everything will be okay in this world as long as you start believing in other humans and yourself. To find it within yourself, to find some humanity. You know what they teach us? I mean, you had it all when you were kids. You know what I mean? It's what they beat out of you. It's called your golden ball. It's inside of us all. It's what we have as kids. It's why we just can play with anybody, we can share with anybody, we can adapt to any environment as a child, really, and have fun. And they beat it out of you. Starting at a very young age in America. I mean, as soon as they send you to school, away from your family, that's when they start beating it out of you. I mean, I experienced it, I lived through it, and I'm finally getting my golden ball back. And then it also keeps you from speaking up for what is right. Like, the religion, it's backwards. You know what I mean? If you actually practice anything in that book, I mean, there would be no violence, no poverty, no starvation. Like, Jesus is supposed to feed everybody. Where is he? I mean, I hear people, praise Jesus! Come on, like, stop doing that. Stop praising that. Because it doesn't work. Okay? I wish it did. I really did. Because I was hook, line, and sinker. But all it does is blinds you. You keep your whole life, every Sunday, you say, praise Jesus! Praise Jesus! Okay, where's his GPS coordinates? Why isn't he feeding all these people? Why are 1 million kids going missing in America every year, Jesus? Okay, I'll ask him these questions. And then if you could look up the statistics, as soon as that story showed up in history, is the decline, war, poverty, starvation, malnourishment, all skyrockets. Disease, hunger, starvation. I mean, just look at the stats. Look at the stats. Use common sense, logic, science, philosophy. Take some stuff from that book, like treat others how you want to be treated. Christians. Is that how you want to be treated? Starving? Because that's what you do when you go there every Sunday. You starve the rest of the world. And then when you send missionaries across the world, here's what really happens. They bring children back into child trafficking. Okay? I hate to break it to you. That's what it's all about. You push the Western idealism on the rest of the world. I mean, these like starving, underprivileged communities, third world, like that's who they go after because nobody cares about them. So I'm done not caring about other people. I'm done. Start our next show here too.